For thousands of years, the 99% of human beings lived right on the edge. One wrong move and they would be starving. Sleep too long and the barbarians come in and kill you. You have to stay on edge just to survive. And so they had very little social capital left over to invest in anything besides survival. But regardless of that, they scraped together the social capital to deal with the two biggest questions that any human being must face in their life. The first problem is the problem of death. We're all going to die. And the knowledge of our own mortality, we can try to dance around it or stay away from it, keep ourselves busy so we don't think about it, but still, it's lingering there. There's a great book called The Denial of Death, and he said it's like the skull grinning in at the banquet. Death is always looming there. So what little bit of social capital they could scrape together, human beings from all cultures and all over the world invested in religion to help people deal with the problem of death. The other problem that we have to deal with is our sexuality. All societies down through history invested precious social capital in helping young people navigate the incredibly fraught emotional, psychological adolescence into becoming a man or a woman, and teaching their young people this is what it means to be a man, this is what it means to be a woman. The problem of sexuality, in a lot of ways, is a bigger problem than the problem of mortality. And the reason is because most people, at least nowadays, of course, you deal with your mortality when you're older and you're mature. But your sexuality, you have to deal with when you're 11, 12 years old, when suddenly all these ideas are flooding in, when pimples are popping out on your face, and all of a sudden girls are important. And that's why it's so important for cultures down through history to provide these roadmaps. Sexuality hits us when we're not mature. We're not ready to be able to deal with all these things. And what we've done as a society is deconstructed religion. So the problem of mortality is left to you to figure out on your own. And the problems of sexuality, we've just deconstructed all the roles and all the peer pressure and all the rites of passage and all the models, and everything has been deconstructed. And then we throw these young people in and say, figure it out. I don't care what you do as long as you're happy.